Well, it was very interesting. Came from a family therapist, and the question is: you're on a relationship or a situationship?
Are you in a relationship or a situationship? Now, can you define some of those? Like I think we all know what a relationship is to an extent. What is a situationship? Maybe define that so the ladies can think about what they want to say.
It's basically a romantic situation arrangement, or in other lame words, sleeping with benefits.
Oh,
I
That's
see.
a booty call.
you mean like friends with benefits?
Now it's called a situationship now, and it's a nice way to say it.
So you have someone that you're get together once in a while, but this person never introduces you to your friends or your family. He never talks about the future. You don't know much about he or she, whatever the person. So it's basically a vague, convenient relationship. It works in today's society. There's a lot of those, and sometimes they have multi-partners. So it's the new trend now. So it's quite interesting, but
New trend.
Yeah, it's a new trend.
It's like the booty call's taken a step up, right?
Step up, yes, correct. Yeah.
So people are feeling bad about this, so they're giving it a better word. Is it what's happening? I'm just
because you don't want to tell people you're having a booty
It's
call.
fine.
I'm in a situationship right now. I'll call you later.
I would think,
Let me know how this
situationship would have something to do with a little bit of a problematic relationship, somebody that you don't necessarily get along with on intellectual things or just get along in general, but maybe you have really great sexual energy. So it's kind of hard to balance. Like, to me, situationship sounds like there's a little bit of a problem from stepping to the next level.
Yes.
Or right? Yeah. Or keeping it at the booty call level, which there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, you guys could meet for
okay with that.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of funny because I totally misthought what a situationship would be, but with that explanation, my experience with it is actually going in reverse. I went once from a relationship to a situationship.
Same person or different people?
Same person. No, we had a relationship and we moved from that to a situationship.
So you could actually do that.
Yeah. It eventually
could be the beginning of a divorce, maybe. Not for you, Kim, just generally speaking.
Sorry, Kim, I'm interested in what you thought it might have meant, just out of curiosity.
Well, honestly, it was, we were in a relationship that we got stuck because he wasn't sure. He was in that, I don't think I've dated enough women. I need a little more experience before I make a solid decision. So we ended the relationship, but because we were so good together anyway, we ended up in this situationship. and we were, it was friends with benefits.
Okay, Kim, which was better?
Well,
I never know what you're going to say. The he, she, me, thee, them, her, him. I don't know what these people are because, I was with him. Okay, because we know you're with a her. So I get confused in your life when you talk about people, but I love it's very entertaining and interesting.
Most of my history is hymns.
Okay.
This was one of the first hymns.
Yeah, but Kim is right.
Like another question for the chat.
Yeah, but Kim is right. This situationship, it's also very common between exes.
Oh, we know some people like that. Yeah.
So
Doris,
could that be like sleep divorce? Maybe, I don't know.
No, you don't live in the same house.
They don't live in the same house.
Okay.
No. Doris.
Okay.
Doris, yes. You've found yourself a relationship, but now have you had situationships in the past?
Let me put it this way. I'm a serial monogamist. I like to dive deep with one person. I'm not at all able to cope with more than one
Okay.
because I give it my all. And if it doesn't work, then so be it. But
Right.
I'm not into, because here's the thing, and here's my curious question. Are both sides telling the truth?
Mhm.
Because if you truly are telling the truth to yourself, I'd rather be in or I'd be out. But in that nebulous halfway point, and sure, of course, in the beginning of relationships, it's, I'm not asking for, commitment. It's just that I don't want to find out that I'm not the only one that they're seeing.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
actually be soul destroying and not a great confidence builder. So my curious question is, if that actually works for people, which I'm sure it does, to each their own,
Yeah.
to consenting adults or however the situation is, but are both telling the truth? Does one want something more than the other?
Well, that's what it is. That's why they stick to a situationship instead of having a relationship, because one of them, mostly, it's not being putting men down, but mostly is men. They're not ready to commit. So they just choose just to me go on a date with you, then go home with you, and next day see you, whatever. So that's what it is, situationship.
Yasmin?
No expectations.
But then would the woman or the man, either one, would they actually want more, but they just have lowered their bar to accept whatever they can accept because they're not given what they want? Is that
That's what it is.
okay?
I'm with Doris.
You don't think two people could be in just for the booty call?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Two consulting
okay.
adults
As
for
long
sure.
as
Oh
they're
no, I'm not saying
consenting
they're not.
and they understand that
100%.
that's
I'm
all
just
it
saying
is.
if they're
Yeah.
both telling the truth and all they want is the booty call, that's cool. As long as they're both telling their truth, because someone's going to get hurt eventually if someone's not telling their truth.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm with Doris. I agree with her. I think down the line, someone's going to get hurt because there's usually one person that's more attached than the other one, more in love than the other one. And maybe they think this is kind of like the transition. This is a way to save the relationship and, maybe be present in this person's life. But eventually, I think it'll cut to their soul.
Yeah, there's always one person more vulnerable than the other. And also you guys have to understand psychological, when you make love, you develop a hormone that you become attached to that person. And some of us become more attached than others. And some of them just don't care. They just walk away, right? So, yeah.
Well, I think for me, there's two levels to this, because when I was single and dating, I have a lot of situationship, and then this evolved to being more involved to one person, and that became a relationship. So, and I was not sleeping around when I had committed to one person. But when you're online dating, you will be dating, and I mean, I was sleeping around, but you're dating, you maybe there's a little kiss, and eventually things evolve, but one person eventually is gonna be the chosen person, and then the other one goes away. So sometimes, I was managing more than one person on my phone, and texting to more than one person, and yeah.
I think that's what a lot of young adults are doing these days, not putting all the eggs in one basket, right? But I totally hear what Doris is saying. It's like 100% focus on one person and then see how that goes, whether it works or not. Give it your all, right?
But I find it's if you don't give it everything you have, you'll never know.
That's right. Yeah.
Also the regrets. How do you save yourself from regrets? If you give it your all, then you have no stone left unturned.
And if you don't give it all, that means it was not complete for you. There's something missing in that relationship anyways. So just, if you're not giving it all, just move on.
Okay, we need to hear from Yasmin and Judith.
This one is a little touchy subject because I had both. It started off as a friendship, then went to a situationship, which was really, really painful for 6 years. I've chosen not to talk about this guy. I pretend he does not exist anymore because of the fallout. This was the guy that I met through Events and Adventures. He actually did my interview when I went first for it. And then he told me, okay, go to the event, so forth like that. And then he started messaging me after to like hang out and stuff like that. So we did that. And then it progressed from there. I was all in. We eventually were like together, sleeping together on and off. He'd stay at my house, I'd stay at his place, especially for drinking, would not let me drive. He was the one I was moving to Mexico with. And then we kept fighting so much that he wrote me a really, really hurtful email. And it was going back and forth. And it was a really hurtful one that it totally ended our whole entire friendship. We don't even talk anymore. And we were like best friends, started a business. He still has to buy me out, which he hasn't done yet. And I got an email from him just in January asking for the passwords, and I'm not giving it to him because, first of all, I don't want to deal with him. Second of all, he has to buy me out of the company, which he hasn't done yet. So wow. It's a tough one for me. My parents know not to mention the guy's name. All my friends know. My best friend knows as well. He mentioned it to me that he saw him at one of our celebrations at the Peony and calls me up. I'm like, you know what? Say whatever the hell you guys want to say to him. I don't care. If you guys want to like tell him off, go for it. And they did.
Sorry, this was a trigger for you, Yasmin.
Yeah, it's very, very trigger. It's really hard. I had to give my girlfriend all of the stuff that he gave me. The jewelry that he bought me from Mexico, his teddy bear, the actual bed frame that I have was actually his. He gave me his bedroom set when he moved. So it's very triggering. And then so I changed that bed once the headboard went flying off the truck. I got myself a new bed, but I still have the mattress that he gave me. So it's a very triggery one for me.
Okay, well, we definitely aren't here to trigger. And if you guys want to, not speak on a topic, you're more than free to sort of say, I'm out. And that's very well, respect any of that. So certainly not meant to bring up any, feelings like this. But I think a lot of us have been in situations and relations, and they've turned from situation to relation and vice versa. And sometimes you do have a fallout. So we are sorry. The chat ladies are sorry about what you went through. But we're going to throw it over to Judith now. And what do you think about the situation and relation, Judith?
I believe in relationships. I believe in commit to one person and give your best to one person. I am a romantic. I honestly believe in love. I believe in the power of love, and giving to one person is beautiful. And I am talking from my own experience. I believe in relationship. I build a relationship. I married one of my best friends, and I had a beautiful, beautiful family, and I am proud of that. I never had any experience about situationships, but for me, it's really important to create that special moment with the partner that you choose, and to live your best and give your best to that person. And for me, that is a gift, and it's a special gift that I wish that all of you have, that all of you experience, because it's really powerful to live in that sense and to be complete in that way in your life. So maybe it's a blessing. And I'm sorry, Jasmine, that happened to you. And for all the people out there, I wish that they found that a special relationship that they can build a solid family.
Yeah, thank you for that. And with all of that being said, thanks for the great discussion, everyone. And for those of you that are watching, whether you're in a situation or a relation or vice versa, it doesn't matter. But if you want to sponsor one of our shows or after hours or our 5-minute chat, we're looking for sponsors. So send us a DM or an email, and we'll be more than happy to let you know what sponsorship involves. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. And until next time, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.